just observing and noticing and watching and this kind of thing, dealing with perception in a much more subtle way. Um, it's something I'm not used to, but it seems to be it seems to be so important that a lot of this practice and any meditation would be revolving around remembering how to simply observe and notice and watch rather than
Yeah.
do something actively.
It is a like a good hint towards your nature because anything bodily or mental is a doing. But witnessing or being aware or observing is just what is. That's why I say it's a good hint because like what based on how you just mentioned, it's actually grounding you more in truth, in what already is prior to all activity. Sitting and watching a movie, that's a bodily activity. Thinking about what you are watching in the movie is a mental activity.
Yeah.
Both are being observed, both are being seen. You have no choice whether to see it or not. For those very activities to appear, knowing must be. That's why we say in our teaching that knowing is the only fact, being is the only fact. I am, I know. That's undoubtable fact. It's not something you're doing. It's not something you're creating. It just is. So yes, that's why it takes a little bit of time to get acclimated to this because
Yeah.
when we
Right.
start this practice, you only know to do. Like you only know bodily
Yeah.
activity and mental activity. Even anything you try to learn in the world, even spirituality, we try to learn about it through thinking, through the activity of thinking. Here, it's not
Hmm.
about, you can't do anything to be. You can only be what you are.
Yeah.
You can only be
Right.
aware that you are. So yes, it
You
is
have to kind of you have to kind of soften to
exactly. That's a
experience.
great word.
It's rather than being scared of it, which happens to me because it just feels kind of threatening. But I'm trying to just instead of just doing something compulsively like a motor, the OCD, I say, okay, just stop, just observe,
Hmm.
and you don't have to. It's hard to describe, but I just notice what's happening
Yeah.
and soften to that.
Hmm. Soften or
OCD,
relax into that, or
yeah,
yeah, like
relax.
yeah, relax or what always resonated with me in my practice is noticing what is prior to whatever I am seeing, or what is before, what is the place of seeing? From where am I seeing these very thoughts that are saying, I don't get it, or I don't know how to stop doing, or I don't know how to notice it. It's like even these thoughts are being seen from someplace, which is not saying these things.
So
That
do you
that
actually
always
ask yourself what is, do you ask yourself what is prior
not
to what's
ask, simply
happening?
know, simply just recognize the place from where these things are being seen. That's where like our practice transcends words
Yeah.
because anything you can ask or present as a thought is also an activity, but the very
Right.
arising of them you can simply notice. In doing so,
And recognize.
yeah.
Recognizing is also a very, uh, it's no action involved. It's a very subtle recognizing awareness, being aware of being aware. It's a very um, subtle um, level
Hmm.
to not, these aren't doings, they're ways of perceiving the world. It's hard to articulate, but
Yes, but that's why sometimes
even to even to recognize something is kind of a verb. It's kind of when you're recognizing something. Oh yeah, I see somebody on the street. I know, and I recognize a song on the radio. I recognize whatever it is, and that's kind of a doing. But it's kind of a anyway. I'm getting too heady about
yeah,
it.
a mental recognition of something Like, oh, that is a this thing. Oh, this is a song. I heard it. That is an activity. But in terms of like the way we talk about our practice, like recognize awareness or notice awareness or be aware of being aware. All of these types of quote unquote recognitions or noticings, it is where the object simply falls away from awareness. And then you're just being yourself. In that way, it's not an activity. From the personal point of view, it will seem like that though, that you are doing something to be aware, that you are trying to, you're doing the activity of being, of meditation. But actually, if we just see it from a really pure place, it's like, it's actually, that's the only time where all uh, activity falls through from your noticing and you're actually just being yourself,
Right.
knowing yourself. That's the essence of our practice. Know yourself. Instead of knowing things, know yourself. By knowing yourself, you're being yourself.
I think the softening is an important part of
Softening
it.
is the word. Yeah. Yeah. Soften
Can't
the,
rush, can't rush at stuff. You can't be aggressive about it. You have to
oh, no, not at
just,
all. Because it is the mind doing that. The more the mind tries to force or think about, the more it's actually headed in the conceptual direction.
right.
But the very uh, seeing of the mind is instantly allows that softness to come in. Like notice the mind is seen. The mind which is trying to force is seen.
Yes, that's another thing. Seeing is like a big part of all this too. Just, and it's not something you do. You definitely are, it's almost a passive thing. Allowing.
Yep, just
Uh,
what is.
yeah, yeah. You're not grabbing anything. It's just, yeah, allowing it to be there and just see it very simply and very calmly, not reacting. Okay, good.
Yeah. Hmm. Thank you.
Thanks.
So for the inquiry practice also, a great pointer is always the self is the seer. We want to know self, so see the seer. Forget about anything that is seen. Again and again, whatever comes under your seeing, discard it. You are only concerned with the seer. So this includes anything the mind comes up with. Anything the mind comes up with is seen. The mind itself is a seen object. We are only concerned with the seer. See the seer. Be the seer.